Today we are going to concentrate on solving some past questions in mathematics. We are going to look at questions from the WAEC SSCE 2022. Now let's see. The first question says, evaluate correct to 4 significant figures. 573.06 times 184.25. They say you should evaluate this correct to 4 significant figures. So what they are testing here basically is your ability first to find significant figures. Now let's look at that. This 573.04 times 184.25. Now in your WAEC exam or your SSCE, you are expected to use your calculator to multiply this value out. So when you multiply that value out, what are you going to get? You are going to get 105586.305. That is our value. But now the question says what? You should leave this answer in 4 significant figures. This is actually the basic thing that they are testing you on, to know how you can approximate values to significant figures. Our significant figures normally start to count from our first non-zero digits. So let's count 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is where our 4th significant figure ends, at the 5. So what do? We are going to look at the next value. If that value is up to 5 or above, if it is up to 5 or above, we are going to round it up to what? 10. And we now carry the 1 and add to this value 5 here. So what we have now becomes what? This will now be equal to what? 105 plus the 1 we carry here now becomes what? 6. Then every other value here, the 8 and 6, will now turn to what? 0, 0. Because there's a full stop, a decimal point here. So our answer becomes what? 105,600. We have approximated to what? 4 significant figures. The second question says we should do what? Change 432 in base 5 to a number in base 3. This is solution 2. When you are given a value 432 in base 5, you are asked to change it to base 3. The first thing you do is to change this value first to the normal base. Our normal base in mathematics is base 10. So we convert this first to base 10 and change it to base 3. How do we convert this value now to base 10? Because this is base 5, you now say 4 times 5 raised to the power of what? 2 plus 3 times 5 raised to the power of 1. Then plus, we have what here? 2 times 5 raised to the power of what? 0. You can see that the number of digits we add here is how many? 1, 2, 3. So our power will start with a value 1 place less than the number of digits. We have 3 digits here. So the first power will be what? 2, 1, and 0. So this will give us what? What do we have? 5 raised to power 2 is what? 25, which means 5 times 5. So 25 times 4 will give us what? 100 plus 5 raised to power 1 is what? 5. 5 times 3 is what? 15. Plus 5 raised to power 0 is what? 1. Any value that is raised to the power of 0 is equal to what? 1. So 1 times 2 gives us what? 2. This will now be equal to what? 2 plus 15 is 17. And 17 plus 100 is 117. That gives us what? A change to base 10. This is now in base 10. So how do we get our base 3 now? We are going to convert this base 10 into base 3 by dividing 117 by 3, and every remainder will be keeping there. So now we are going to divide 117 by 3, and whatever remains we'll be writing it here. So 3 divide 11 will give us what? 3. Remaining what? 2. We carry the 2 to 7 here, becomes 27. And 3 into 27 will give us what? 9. Remaining what? 0. So 3 divide 3, 1. 3 divide 9, 3. Remaining what? 0. 3 divide 13. 3 into 13 we have what? 4. Remaining what? 1. 3 divide 4 is 1. 1. Remaining what? 1. And we'll take the next one. And what do we add? 3 divide 1 cannot. 0. And we write what? Remaining 1. So what do we have now? Our 117 in base 10 is equal to, we are going to write the values from bottom to the top. We are moving upwards from bottom to the top by taking this first one. 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. This is now in base what? 3. Solution 3. Solution 3. Given that A and B are sets such that n bracket A, that is the number of elements in A, n bracket A is equal to 8, and n open bracket B is equal to 12, and n open bracket A intercept B is equal to 3. You are to find n open bracket A union B. Let's look at this. We are going to use our Venn diagram. I'm going to draw the Venn diagram. It makes it very easy in solving. This is our set A, and this is our set B. Set A and set B. And this is where they intersect. Our n A equal to what? 8. We have what? N bracket A equal to 8. And we have n bracket B is equal to what? 12. And we have n bracket A intercept B is equal to what? 3. So A intercept B is 3. This is where they intersect. So you write your 3 inside. Our 3 is inside here. Now let's look for the value that will be on our A. We already have 3 here. So to determine the value of our A here, what do we have? We are going to subtract 3 from 8 to get what? A. So we now have what here? 8 minus 3 is equal to what? 5. This will give us what? The value that will be in our what? A. Alone. Only A. And our B, what's our B? We have 12. So we are going to subtract 3 from 12. We have 12 minus 3. That will give us what? 9. So we have what? 9. We have 9. So what becomes the union? Union. Everything we have in A and B. So our N So our answer, N bracket A union B, now becomes what? 5 plus 3 plus 9. And that becomes equal to what? 5 plus 3 is 8. And 8 plus 9 gives us what? 17.